Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut invent the image of her royal power. The chronological development. The Regency. Alteration of the original decoration of the temple. Though the Temple of Semna was subjected to different modifications through time, it is clear that its original decoration was made in the sole name of the boy King Thutmose III. In every scene or inscription from this first stage in the history of the monument, the young pharaoh appears as the only interlocutor of the gods, including the deified Senfrit III. Nevertheless, there seemed to be one exception to this principle. On the exterior western wall, at each extremity of a large coronation scene that depicts the god Didwan affixing the crown of the king of Upper Egypt on the head of his bodily and beloved son Thutmose III and affirming the latter's kingship, appeared a panel of text, later erased, with the titulary of the regent Queen Hatshepsut. On the northern or left-hand side end of the scene, the hereditary noble, great of favor and charm, Gia'it of love, the god's wife and great king's wife, Hatshepsut, she has made this temple, as her monument for her father Didwan, foremost of Nubia, that she might be living forever. And at the other extremity of the same wall. Words spoken, your beloved daughter, Hatshepsut, your efficient heir, the god's wife, the great king's wife, she is your daughter, who has come forth from your limbs. With a loving heart you have brought her up. She is your bodily daughter. She made a monument for you, and her reward from you is all health and all stability. It is also clear that, at some point, Hatshepsut was depicted under this last inscription. Turn to the left in front of the deified Senfrit III and thus apparently attending the coronation of her young nephew. This notable exception to the principle that structured the decoration of the temple assigning the king's role only to young Thutmose III has sometimes been used as an argument to assert that, since the beginning of the Regency, the queen could be represented on temple walls alone in front of the gods, almost like a king. That is, according to what was Pharaoh's prerogative in ancient Egyptian iconography. The presence of Hatshepsut on this wall is, however, clearly secondary and resulted from an alteration of the original decoration of the temple. This is quite strongly suggested by the very content of both texts relating to the queen, which patently contradict all the other dedicatory inscriptions of the monument. And also by the fact that those two inscriptions mirror, in an abbreviated version, the inscriptions of the main scene depicting the coronation of Thutmose III. Behind Wadjet, next to Didwan, the perfect god Menkpura, he has made as his memorial for his father, Didwan, foremost of Nubia, and for the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Kakaura, the making for them of a temple of fine, white sandstone of Nubia, after my majesty had found it in bricks and very ruined, as a son does with a loving heart for his father, who ordained for him the two banks and brought him up to be the Horus lord of this land. The god put in my heart that I should make monuments for him, that I should cause him to be powerful as he caused me to be powerful, and that I should cause his house to be solid for eternity, in keeping with his being great compared to any god. He has given to me all life, stability and dominion like Ra forever. And in the words of the Yunutef priest, Tudadwin, the foremost of Nubia, the great god, Lord of heaven, your beloved son, Menkpera, he rests upon your seat, he inherits your throne, and he acts as king of Upper and Lower Egypt in this land. There will be none to repeat him forever. Put his power and create awe of him in the hearts of the bowmen and the Bedouins, in reward of this beautiful, solid and excellent monument he has made for you. But more importantly, Ricardo Caminos established that the panel in front or on the right of this central coronation scene originally depicted King Senfrit III, standing to the right and holding a stick, in front of the goddess Satet, wearing her typical tall crown, who was followed and held in a loose embrace, Caminos' words, by an enigmatic figure whose forehand is still visible on the front shoulder of the goddess. In such an iconographical context, this figure holding Satet from behind must have been a deity, most probably the god Kaishnum of the first cataract, traditionally paired with Satet, but not Hatshepsut, since when a royal figure, whether a king or a queen, was represented embracing a deity, he or she always faces and never follows the latter.